As you can hear behind me, it's still going on right now. The pipe has been replaced. Everyone has water, but that large hole behind me, it's still there. Crews are here as well, and we have a better idea of what they're going to be doing. Whether you want to grow some green or make some green, a cannabis conference this weekend is giving future DC growers and entrepreneurs a crash course in how to do it. And in southeast DC, you can still see and smell the leftovers of what happened here last night. 3 of the shootings happened over several hours on this 2-block stretch of Hayes Street Northeast near the Mayfair Mansions apartments. The first of the 3 marking the district's first homicide of 2016. It's a piece of life-saving equipment that should be in every home and apartment in the city. A smoke detector. And today the DC Fire Department got some help to make sure that's the case.
I was on an LST. That was an amphibious ship that landed on the beach. And we carried soldiers and mechanisms. It was a hell of a day, really.
Frank Shea was only a week past his 18th birthday when he drove that LST onto Omaha Beach.
4,000 ships and thousands of smaller craft were heading south.
He remembers it like it was yesterday and recalls how chance saved the boat he was in.
There was another ship that cut, an LST that cut in front of us and hit a mine and blew in half. And all I can remember is those young soldiers floating in the water past us. It's terrible.
The Honor Flight program was responsible for getting Shea and dozens of other D-Day veterans here for the ceremony, one that included General Dwight D. Eisenhower's granddaughter reading the letter that urged Allied troops into Fortress Europe.
I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
And with fewer of these chairs being reserved for veterans each year, it falls to the children of the greatest generation to ensure their legacy doesn't fade.
Every one of us, I think on a daily basis, learn from them their work ethic and what America stands for. And I think that we all, every day, live their dream.
The people of this nation will never forget our World War II veterans.
Cameron Thompson, WUSA 9.
All right, George, you ready? Set, George, go!
It's not as easy as you might think. But I, along with a few dozen other people who had been pre-selected, spent the morning at the Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy in Southeast trying to become the next racing president.
Go!
The Washington Nationals say they're looking for people with enthusiasm, personality.
And the other thing is obviously, you know, athleticism. You want to be able to finish the race. We got a certain time in that mid-4, so I want to make sure you can get out the field before MLB tries to find us.
And that athleticism, or lack thereof, was on display for all to see. While others committed the mascot's cardinal sin.
TJ, squeaked it out.
No. What?
Ain't no talking in costume, you guys know that.
As for the people beneath the mascot heads,
it was like running like this, kind of. I was all over the place. It was great.
They range from retirees.
So I really put the gas to the pedal, and then suddenly, instead of passing Abe, I leaped past him onto the ground, which is not the goal.
To students. Why'd you want to try out?
Because I'm crazy. It's on my bucket list.
Now, when it was finally my turn, I had to go with a shoeless Thomas Jefferson approach since my shoes weren't exactly made for running, and while I had a rough start, get the forehead, you know. There's the battle scars of the racing presidents right here. When it came down to crunch time, I pulled off the come-from-behind win and gave Tom one more curly W.
Victory pose, ready, and go.
From Southeast DC, Cameron Thompson, WUSA 9. In Lafayette Square, beneath the statue of the park's namesake, French ambassador to the U.S., Gerard Raoult, leads hundreds in a somber vigil for the victims.
We are allies, but we are friends.
And Raoult asks the crowd to think of the victims as more than just a number.
The figures are hiding the tragedy of all these individuals who have been killed for no reason.
Ils viennent jusque dans nos bras et
And as day turns to night, those here light candles, write cards, and share quiet moments that are only broken by more renditions of the French national anthem, sung by people who brought anything French they could, even if it meant making a flag out of cardboard.
It's important that France should stay alive.
Or drawing one in chalk on a skateboard. This family was in Paris this summer, and the father says this attack feels different from the Charlie Hebdo killings in January.
I suppose the randomness, the au hasard, just it very easily could have been us this summer with the kids sitting at our favorite bistro.
And among the words spoken this evening, perhaps the strongest are from Ambassador Aurore in what he calls a special thought for France. My dear compatriots, France is at war. France has been hit once again. We've had many challenges over the course of our long history. We will overcome once again.